Welcome to Pink Kink,
where we are ready to guide you through the wild and wonderful world of kink.
I'm Princess Rara.
And I'm Dara, the Electro Khaleesi.
Whether you are a baby kinkster, a seasoned pro, or just here for the entertainment, Pink Kink will help you level up your kink knowledge.
Join us as we share our own wild, sometimes awkward, but always entertaining experiences and spill the tea from our combined 30 plus years in the private and professional kink worlds.
So grab your favorite flogger or wand.
Thank you.
And buckle up. You'll learn, you'll laugh, and who knows, you might just spit out your coffee.
Let's get this kinky party started.
Want more Pink Kink in your life? Join our Patreon and get ready for a whole lot of kinky fun and exclusive perks.
As a patron, you'll unlock access to our private Discord server where you can connect with fellow kinksters and chat directly with us. You'll also score adorable Pink Kink stickers and enjoy a monthly behind-the-scenes podcast packed with juicy tidbits we don't share anywhere else. Plus, get sweet discounts at our Etsy shop, Pink Kink Boutique, and on our online classes at Pink Kink Institute.
But wait, there's more.
More?
Our impactful and electrifying Pink Kinksters get extras, such as bonus content and free digital downloads. Oh, and let's not forget, the Pink Standard of patrons will be recognized as producers on both the podcast and on our website, because we couldn't do this without you.
Pink Kink runs on the love and support of our amazing patrons, so join the party today. Visit us at patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast or click on the link on pinkkinkpodcast.com.
Today's episode is produced by our electrifying Pink Kinksters. Thank you, Jay, Witcherman, Brianna Lynn, Daddy J, Claire, Naughty and Nice, Butte Pain, Manda Panda, Kat, Stefan, Shadow Phoenix, Christopher, Brian, Enchanted Sparrow, The Wombat, Impact Hazard, Twitch, The Midnight Girl, Sinful, J21, Daisy If You Do, AK Harley Chick, Serenity, Belle, Eric, Pumpkin Pie, S'more, Hacksaw, Devoted Knight, 3 a.m. Thoughts, Crash Override.
Spiper No Spifing. Barbie, Navigator Bard, Mr. Pillsbury, Peaches, Mighty Owl, Baby Squirrel, Lady in Lex, Chaos Monster, Jessa Lady, Jack, Ophelia, Lady to Kitten, Cydia Lemon, Ben, Noir, Freddie Queen, Princess Ree, Mississive, Elysium Rose, Avalia, Nora Morapora, Brix, Mistress Lycia, Wonder Chris, Chessie, Manders, and Swinging Amish.
So, Dara, you know what September is, right?
Well, since you say it all the time, it must be Virgo season, right?
Okay.
It's when Target puts out Halloween stuff.
Okay, yes. And I was in Target yesterday and they are. But it's also both of our birthdays.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, you suck at this.
I mean, I really do. No, it's awesome. Like, yay, our birthdays.
And listen, we don't need another mug or a world's best podcaster t-shirt.
Speak for yourself. I totally rock that shirt.
Okay, really? The best gift you could actually give us? Join our Patreon.
That too. We actually have this whole Discord where you can talk to us directly, like actually talk to us. And guess what? I actually participate.
It's probably the only place you'll actually hear Dara's unfiltered chaos in real time.
You say chaos. I say sparkle.
Patrons also get our monthly behind the scenes podcast,
where we say stuff we can't or, shouldn't say in regular episodes.
Plus, you get office hours with me. So you can ask questions, pick my brain, or just come hang out and make sure I'm actually getting my work done.
And the upper tiers get free digital downloads.
And guess what? If you pay for the whole year in advance, you get a discount. Because who doesn't love saving money?
Money you could spend on, let's say, more kink toys. So it's a win-win.
And since it's our birthday month, we're actually giving you a present.
Because we're super generous like that.
New patrons this month get an exclusive download. 12 low prep rituals for DS.
Translation, hot, easy, no excuse rituals that you can do even if you're tired, broke, or allergic to effort.
Pretty much.
Basically me. So go to patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast.
Celebrate our birthdays with us.
And get in on all the bonus goodies.
Because honestly, there's nothing sexier than supporting your favorite kinky podcasters.
Except for cake. Cake is absolutely sexier.
All right, valid. Patreon and cake. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, turn down your volume like a little smidgy bit so it's not as sensitive.
Are you saying I'm sensitive, bitch?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
All
Yeah.
right, I can't argue with that shit.
Can't argue with the fact that you're overly sensitive.
No, that I'm a bitch.
Though you called me a bitch.
Can you argue with that?
No.
Exactly.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your basic normal? This is how we do things?
Listen, it's not us if we're not being bitchy.
True. Very much so. So speaking of bitchy,
Goodness.
I have a story
That's
for
always
you.
that's always an interesting start to an episode.
I have a funny story for you. I had to basically tour guide the other day at my job. And so like I had to tell people, hey, this is this, ta-da, you know?
Yeah.
Like you do like, hi, welcome. I don't want you here, but I have no choice, you know, kind of a situation.
That must have been difficult for you.
I smiled so much. My face genuinely hurt at the end.
Oh, you're not used to smiling that much.
I'm not. My facial muscles
Easy for you to say.
do not smile. You know? And so
You need more exercise. They say that smiling uses up a lot of muscles and helps strengthen your face.
it also gives you wrinkles. I don't have any. So like
They're
this
not
is
wrinkles.
This is good.
They're laugh lines.
Right, which is why I don't have any. Anyway, I smiled so hard, my face genuinely hurt afterwards, and I gave myself a migraine.
From smiling too much?
I'm pretty sure, yes. No, it was. It may not have been the smiling part. It may have been just the excessive interaction with people's.
I'm guessing more it was the peopling than the smiling.
Oh my God, I was ready to die by the end of it. This migraine lasted about 14 hours.
Look, I have discovered the
I
old...
peopled for an hour and a half, and 14 hours later, I was still regretting it.
I'm at this point in time in life, right? As you get older and you have less fucks to give. I'm an extrovert who loves peopling, who is really coming to hate people. And it's really, I don't know what to do with this.
I'm an ambivert that is starting to really hate people.
Yeah, but you don't need people. I need the people, and I hate the
do.
people.
Sometimes I really do. And then sometimes I'm like, get the fuck out, which is what makes me an ambivert. I think we already established that. But yeah, so.
But the good news is all of my hating of people is giving me episode ideas. Because I just rant my way through social media these days and go, oh, they're so wrong. Episode. Oh, they're so wrong.
Glass half full.
Episode.
Nicely done.
That's me. I am definitely the glass is half full.
I am not. Also, your nail tapping just really went
Good.
berserk.
I wanted it to because you're supposed to sound like I'm typing. Did it work?
I may kill you when I'm editing this.
But I want it in the episode.
Okay.
I'm typing.
Yeah, but you don't understand. Like when I'm editing, I do this overarching program where it like removes the background noise as much as possible. So that is going to sound like
a background noise. It didn't sound as good with you. You don't have the nails.
I just chopped them off actually. I don't like long nails.
I'm finding that they're really hard to type with, which makes it difficult, but I love them. So I don't know if I showed you or if I posted a picture in the server.
The keyboard?
The keyboard with the little things on top of it to make it harder to type. It works, but it does look really funny. And I'm really having to retrain myself with typing because it's weird.
Yeah, this is why I keep my nails short.
I like having weapons. I mean, nails.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but they're not weapons in the sense that I'm going to dig them into you and hurt you. It's the fact that anytime I start scratching somebody, they melt into a puddle and then they can't hurt me.
Is that how that works?
It is how it works.
Got it.
They're angry and then I start scratching them and they're like, oh.
We're talking about Diesel, aren't we?
Talking about a lot of different people.
Because I can see that on the top of his head.
I'm always worried though, because like the top of your head is a very fragile area.
Yeah.
So I worry about.
He's been bald for a long time. I think his skin
I've actually
has
seen
up.
pictures of him with hair and I'm like, who is that person?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I've never seen him with hair.
No.
So it's like seeing my dad without a beard. He has not shaved off his beard since his wedding to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 51, 52 years ago at this point.
Oh, wow.
I think their anniversary is in a couple of weeks.
Oh, my parents' birthday. My parents' birthday would have happened just around the time this episode's coming out.
Oh.
They have the same birthday, just 2 years apart.
Yeah, that's weird.
Makes life very simple.
I met a guy on an airplane once, and I was going to date him who had the same birthday. It was just like 3 or 4 years apart or something, but we never actually went on a date.
Ooh.
It was cute. It was a very good meet cute. We watched a movie together on the airplane, and we ended up holding hands in the movie.
Aww.
But we had the same birthday, and we didn't go out because he wanted to come pick me up and do all that. And I'm like, I met you on an airplane. How about I just meet you at wherever? You know, I'll drive myself. It's all good. And then he didn't like that. So I was like, all right, bye.
I don't know whether that's good or bad.
I mean,
It just is, I guess.
to me, that was a little, you know, he was trying to be a gentleman, but it was too much, you know, so it turned into a toxic masculinity thing. Like he was insisting on picking me up and doing all that. I was like, I met you on an airplane. I don't know you from shit. I don't want to be in a car alone with you. I'm going to meet you wherever it is.
So I saw this anti-toxic masculinity post on TikTok that
Was it
gives
the high
me
school seniors?
Yes, who were yelling at the
Yes,
kids.
I love
They
that
were yelling at
one.
the kids to kiss their moms.
Yes, but
Goodbye.
But did you see the signs in the background?
It says, if you won't kiss your mom, I will.
Yes. Oh my God, I lost it.
I saw that, and then I saw another one of some obvious, these look like these were probably college age kids on a bus. They probably were teammates going to a tournament or something. And similar to the scene in Pitch Perfect, they were lip syncing Miley Cyrus.
I haven't seen this one. I'm nodding like
And
I did.
it gives me hope for the future.
Like, that was so cute.
That like these guys are so in touch. They don't have to prove anything to anybody. And I'm like, kudos to all you parents who've raised them right. Probably your moms. So good job. Well done.
Yeah.
I don't know that my boys would be willing to do that.
No.
I can't see either one. Okay.
No.
My middle one likes to listen to rap music, and I just have to keep reminding him he's a white Jewish boy. So, but he listens to rap music and he loves it.
To each his own.
Whatever. I'm over here listening to my pop music, and it's all good.
He is not the kind of person that would ever actually kiss you in public. He would be so embarrassed.
Oh,
he embarrasses easily.
He's so embarrassed, which is one of my favorite
He's
things
so
to do
sensitive.
to him. He's very sensitive, and I love embarrassing him. It's very funny. It's not terrible. I'm sorry. Is that abusive? I don't know.
No, it's parenting.
It's parenting. It's getting him back for all the times he misbehaved in public and embarrassed me, like the time that he decided to paint his poop on the bathroom wall at school. It's all good. That one is worth a lot of embarrassments over the years.
I just want to point out.
Yeah.
He gets that from you.
The painting of the poop?
You paint in blood.
Okay. Blood and poop are very different.
They are both coming from the human body and should not be painted with. Therefore, same talent, different medium.
So I need to apologize to the universe for this. I'm sorry.
So when he has children, that child is probably going to paint with some other bodily function.
Well, may I live long enough to find out what the answer is and see what the child is painting with.
Oh, I'm just saying, same artistic talent, different medium, okay?
Goodness gracious. All right, let's get back to kink here and not be talking about poop or blood, because those are hard limits.
I was talking about kink. Those are kinks. Therefore.
Okay, we don't discuss scat. That's a hard limit for both of us.
True. I'm not the one that brought it up.
So this episode, this episode kind of came about because as I'm reaching an advanced age, I find myself reflecting on my life.
God.
And one of the things that I've been reflecting on is how my life has completely changed thanks to kink, and how discovering that I was kinky really changed the entire, let's see if I can say this word without stumbling over it, trajectory. There, I did it.
Hey, that was not an easy word either.
No, well, I need more coffee before I can say more words like that. And so I kind of thought that I would put together a whole list of questions for the two of us. I mean, you've also got a birthday coming up, though you're not as old as I am. You're a young lady.
I will never be as old as you are,
You
Rara.
will not. You will not. And now that you've passed that F word, and now you're F1.
About to be F2.
That it would be fun to kind of go through these and reflect on our life when it comes to kink and how we became who we are today thanks to kink. So they're kind of serious questions, but knowing us, there will be very little serious about this actual episode.
There's no way.
All right, so the first question, ready? How has your relationship to power changed since you first entered the kink scene?
Oh, Jesus.
I
Mine
didn't
has
say they would
gone
be
through
easy.
a fucking roller coaster. Absolute roller coaster, because it entirely depends on the partner. It depends on if I'm single. It depends on, well, okay. I come to think of it, I don't think I've been single since I was 23. I've literally rolled from one partner to another since I was 23.
Oh, wow.
I just realized that. That's actually insane. I need a break. No, I don't. Anyway,
Luckily, Daddy J just listened to this. Go on.
well, no, and he'd be looking at me like, "Oh, you need a break? Okay, we'll take a break. No problem." And he'd just like go hang out in his man cave. Like, you need 10 minutes? I'll give you 10 minutes. But like, yeah, so it really has depended on who I was with. So my first husband, I was the sub, and it turned out it was not a DS relationship, but an abusive relationship. So from there, I went full-blown mistress for a little while. And my next relationship, I was very clearly dominant in all ways. And then I also had other partners. I was very clearly dominant in all ways. But then that partner, the main partner, turned out to be asexual. And I rolled right into Daddy J, where, again, I'm supposed to be the sub in this relationship. I am the little, supposed to be the sub. It has not worked out that way, as we have noticed. I the boss.
I like how you said that in a little voice.
He knows I the boss. He is aware I the boss. We pretend I am not the boss. We pretend he the boss. He not the boss. That's it. That's like my answer.
Well, when I first joined the lifestyle, I was in a really rough place in my life.
Buckle up for this story, guys.
I was having health issues. My marriage was not in a good place. It was okay before the health issues, but then the health issues kind of really destroyed the marriage. And I was really looking for somebody to give my power to, because I was tired of being in charge, and I was tired of having to take care of everything, especially when I was ill. I mean, I was in and out of the hospital. I was having surgeries constantly. It was a lot.
Can I point out something really quick?
Yeah.
I just realized that is a very strong benefit to being the boss, but pretending you're not the boss, because I can relinquish the bossy. There's a big fucking spider right there. Up. Look up. It is hanging from your ceiling. Jesus Christ. Ah! No.
Where? I don't even see it.
10 hours later.
Okay.
Dara has died.
We found it.
She could not see the spider.
See it.
And I'm over here.
And she's freaking out. And I'm like, so I finally called my son to come downstairs, because I'm picturing this humongous, scary thing.
It
It's about an inch big.
That's big.
Okay. Does that explain Daddy J? Sorry.
That was fucking mean.
I'm sorry. He's not that tiny. It was too, I couldn't pass it up.
God, I'm telling. Oh.
Look, I've seen it myself. I've had it in my mouth. It's bigger than an inch, folks. It really is.
It's bigger than several inches. Thank you very much.
How can I pass that up?
That was
Thank you.
Oh.
See, I told you it was a serious episode, and yet, no, it wasn't going to be.
So was the spider.
I don't know. He didn't look that serious. He was having fun.
I don't care. This bitch calls her son and says, "Hi, is this a spider killing service?" And he's like, "No, we're out of business or whatever." And I'm shrieking, climbing the walls. Get your ass down here and kill this motherfucking spider.
Yeah, but guess what? He came downstairs, and what was the first thing he said? I can't see it.
Asshole. God. Never gonna get over this. I was climbing the fucking wall.
Oh, she was freaking out. And I'm like, I can't see it. She's like going, it's there. It's there. I went, where?
You guys think I'm bad with blood? You should see me with
Oh, no. If I was bleeding, she would handle that so much better.
Yeah, no, I'm good during the emergency. After the emergency is when I freak out. Spiders are a whole different level.
That was not an emergency
that
spider
was an emergency
situation.
Spider situation.
How do we know it wasn't Peter Parker and now he's gone?
Okay. I know you have a problem with figuring out what is big, but Peter Parker is way bigger than a regular spider. He's Spider-Man.
Not Spider-Boy.
Well, he is technically Spider-Boy. He's not an adult. But anyway.
Okay, so as I was saying, we haven't gotten very far, to say the least. We're only still on question 1. So I really was looking for somebody who could take over. And that was great. Though it turned out the person themselves weren't great. But as I healed, as my health came better, as my marriage ended and I was back on my own, I realized that I wanted my power back. And I took it back and haven't really let go of it since. So, yeah. All right. Next question is, what is something you used to believe about BDSM that you've since unlearned, and what shifted your thinking? Probably my thought that I could actually be a submissive. I really, it sounded great. I like the idea, but let's face it, I'm too much of a fucking control freak to really hand over my power like that. And as I jokingly say, but let's be honest, it's also partially serious, unless I can trust them that they would do things the right way, translation my way, I don't think I could really let go of my control to somebody. So that's what shifted my thinking. I tried being submissive. It didn't work out.
Absolute fucking power hungry.
No, power control, not power hungry. I'm a control freak.
Oh, I'm sorry. Absolute motherfucking control freak. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Virgo.
All right. Let's see. For me, honestly, probably the whole submission is a gift thing.
Oh, I just made TikTok about that.
Because I was thinking about it, and that is how I used to roll. But we did the whole episode on it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, no, this makes total sense. It's not a gift. A gift is something you give once and no take-backsies. Submission is something you give repeatedly, consistently, and there's always take-backsies.
It's an active choice. You wake up every morning choosing to be submissive.
Right. So I think I like that one. And also the whole bratty, I'm a brat, you're a brat, everybody brat. And the masochism one, because I never thought of myself as a masochist until we learned what a mental masochist is. And yes, I'm quite mental.
I wasn't saying a word.
You were thinking it. You also have subtitles?
Sometimes I can't help myself. All right. In what ways has your identity as a dominant or submissive and evolved over the years?
Oh, wow. Okay. Big time. Because I used to be mistress. I was very strict. I had different positions that I taught my subs. I did a lot of, I guess you could consider it high protocol. And now I'm like, I don't have I'm old. I don't have any fucks left to do high protocol. I don't have the patience for it, I think, anymore. I think that's one thing. One of the biggest reasons I don't do that anymore is because I don't have that kind of patience anymore. It's out the window. So that's a really big evolve.
Yeah, I think my identity, the evolution is from submissive to dominant. It's, I've honed not so much how I dominate, but how I am able to explain it to other people.
Well, not to mention all the new kinks that we've developed over the years.
And so figuring out now my identity as a mama bear dominant and how to explain that to people. And so it's my evolution has just been more that becoming the dominant itself. All right, this is a fun one. What's your hardest personal lesson you've learned through kink, and how did you grow from it? This one is very easy. I think for me, the hardest personal lesson I learned is when I joined kink. I was not young. I was 50. Lots of life experiences. Thought I was smart. I thought there was no way I could be, quote unquote, a victim, that I would be able to see through bullshit and I knew what the hell I was doing. And I think Voldemort proved not so true.
No, you could be a victim at any time.
I did not. I was too trusting of people, and how I grew from that is I don't want to say that I become cynical. But yeah, I probably have become cynical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm much more likely to not believe, to not give you the benefit of the doubt. You need to prove to me. So that was sort of a life lesson of not trusting people, because I trusted him. And
not to trust people right away.
Yeah, and he burned me.
Well, I did start out pretty young. I was 19 when I had my first experience with BDSM, and I don't think I've had a relationship that was not BDSM related since then. Even the asexual one, we started out as BDSM, and then it sort of faded because he wouldn't participate in anything. But I still participated myself. I was online. I went to clubs. I did a lot of BDSM on my own, just without my husband at the time. But I also learned a lesson through Kink, and that is how to tell the difference between what is correct BDSM and what is abuse. And now I see it without the rose-colored glasses, and I can see it in other people's relationships. And I'm like, I can't. Ooh, if I tell you, it's the same thing that happened to me. If people try to tell you, this is a red flag, this is a problem, your first reaction is, the fuck you are getting out of my relationship right now. You don't belong in here. I don't want to hear it. You sit there and you're like, until you figure it out for yourself, no amount of somebody else telling you is going to work. So now that I can recognize it, I sit there and I'm like, if I tell you, even if I try to tell you, you're not going to believe me until it's too late. And it sucks.
Yeah. It is very stressful and difficult sometimes to have to sit back, shut up, which is not one of my skills. Especially when I see, I mean, I've recently been dealing with this, and I'm going to keep all names out of this, but person who listens to the podcast will know exactly who they are, what I'm talking about.
Yikes.
So a friend found a new partner. I can't approve. I don't like how they've treated my friend. I'm not happy. And I'm not saying anything behind their back that I haven't said to their face. So let me just preface this by saying, but it's not my relationship and it's not my choice. And I have told them, if you're asking me my opinion, this is my opinion. But whatever you decide, I will support you 100%.
And just so you guys know, if you become friends with us, your business is going to be on the podcast. Just, that's how it
but
works.
We don't necessarily
we don't say the
names,
but we mention the scenario.
Permission. Yeah.
And everybody who knows us is aware of this. So it's just, yeah, that's how it works. Just saying we have permission.
All right. So I'm very curious about your answer to this one. What aspect of your kink identity do you think is most misunderstood by others or even by yourself in the past?
Yes.
Oh, I know what the answer is going to be. I mean, I know what my guess is. I just want to make sure that that's the right answer.
What's your guess?
Little.
Duh. Obviously, it's the little, because
do you think it's misunderstood by others or by yourself in the past?
Yes.
Okay.
Both, because my reaction to finding out I was a little, wait, I'm going to have to tell the story again, because again, there's the whole people that joined for the first time shit. Go back and listen to previous episodes. Come on, peeps. But anyway, I was on World of Warcraft, which is actually where the name Dara came from, because my character name was Daran Rael. And they called me Dara, and then it stuck. I did not choose my name.
The name chose you.
It really did. So there was a guy that joined the server or was already on the server and came back, and I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I emoted, runs up to you, jumps, and wraps arms and legs around your whole body like an octopus.
Which is fascinating considering you're not really a hugger.
No, I'm not. And so this whole thing was weird.
Are you more of a hugger in little space?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
explains
very
that.
touchy-feely in little space.
That explains that. Okay.
I can't keep my hands off people in little space, and it's actually kind of disturbing.
That sounds wrong.
It
Okay, go
really
on.
is so bad because my adult is like, stop touching people, stop touching me. But then the little is like, oh my God, people. The little bites people, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
So I do. I can get in little space when I'm doing a lecture and be like, I want to bite your butt. And it's like somebody I've never met before, but they have a really nice ass. And I'm like, I really want to bite your butt.
Don't bite me, please.
Okay.
Thank you. You can touch me. Don't bite me.
Cool. So anyway, I did this to this person and he goes, oh, you're a little. And I went, no, I'm not. The fuck is a little? And up to that point, my only experience with littles was this news broadcast when I was like in middle school or early high school or something of a ABDL girl and how her boyfriend, her live-in boyfriend, changed her diaper and all this other stuff. And I was really icked out by it because fluids, diaper. I can't, it's an actual phobia. I can't help it. I'm not kink shaming. I legitimately have a bodily fluids phobia. Doesn't matter what the fluid is. Somebody hugged me the other day with sweat and I freaked out. I took a Lysol wipe to my own face. I freaked. So that was my only experience up to that. And then he quizzed me. I was like, do you have stuffies? I said, are you kidding? And he goes, do they have names? It's like every single one of them. And they all have backstories too, personalities. He goes, okay, what's your favorite TV show to just turn on and relax? And at the time it was fucking My Little Ponies.
Ding, 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 ding,
or
ding.
Avatar The Last Airbender, which I have seen so many times. I'm pretty sure I have the entire 3 seasons memorized. Okay? These are all very big signals.
Yeah.
Not to mention every other little aspect. The voice, the biting, all of it. The fucking coloring books that I took with me on my goddamn honeymoon. All of this should have been signals. But to me, it was just this personality that I've had my whole entire life. So I misunderstood it. I do not blame other people for misunderstanding it. However, it has become a personal crusade to help people understand it and not fear it. Now, I never thought it was pedophilia. Not one single fucking time did I ever think that. And that is the biggest sticking point for me right now. But yeah, that's it, clearly.
For me, the one that's most misunderstood is by people who don't know me that well.
Wait. Can I guess?
Okay.
Needles?
No.
Damn.
Kind of close, though. Needles are part of it. People are actually very surprised that I'm a dominant sadist.
Oh,
unless you've actually met me. If you've actually met me and you spent any time talking to me, you kind of go, now I get it.
Like 10 seconds.
But if you really only know me from like passing or maybe just on a Discord server, I mean, I literally had somebody in a Discord server say that they thought I was a soft-spoken submissive, which is the funniest thing to mankind.
I'm sorry. What server? And you're in what, 27 servers?
Something like that, yeah.
So in every single one of them, I doubt you're soft-spoken in any way.
Well, that was interesting. So, when people meet me, right, I'm 5'0" I'm dressed in pink and glitter. My toys are all pink. And unlike Dara, I'm smiling all the time. Doesn't give me a migraine. And so people have this vision of, right, this dominant sadist. They're serious all the time.
They look like me.
Right? They look like you.
Dominant sadist looks like me. I'm 5'8". I dress in black leather all the time. That's like my standard. They look like me. They don't look like a tiny little pink teddy bear.
But I am. I am a dominant sadist. I mean, if I've ever done a sadistic scene with you and you've seen you've heard the giggles. I mean, that's the other thing too. Like when you are being sadistic, do you giggle? I giggle when I'm being sadistic.
Yeah.
Right? Like most sadists, you think of this, they're very serious. And when they hurt, they're like, I am hurting you and I'm enjoying it. I am giggling. It is the most fun thing in the world to hurt you and make you bleed. And then to watch your response. When you ask me, Jenny, to do a sadistic needle scene on you and then you're surprised it hurts.
That was a very deliberate call out.
Well, that's because it was funny because she did. She asked me for a sadistic needle scene and then is like, ow, that hurt. And I looked at her and I went, you wanted a sadistic needle scene? And she was pointing out the glee on my face, the
like,
smile
no shit,
and laughter
Sherlock.
and glee on my face. So I think that's the one that's been the most misunderstood. But as I said, once you get to know me and hang out with me long enough, it makes total sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So that's the thing that's surprising about both of us because I don't look or dress in public little. So when people find out I'm a little, they go, wait, what? Because they know my dominant persona. That's what comes out first. My big, mean bitch is what shows up first. But then you get to know me and I'm a little and I'm cuddly. And well, I do bite, but oh my God. I was telling people the other day at that, the thing, the tour thing.
Yeah.
I was like, you can come in. I don't bite. And then I went, well, at least not when I first meet you. And they looked at me like, the fuck? And I was like, I should stop channeling Dara. Stop channeling Dara. That's not what this is. You're at work. Stop being Dara. But Dara is the only way that I can get through that. Because real name person says, oh my God, people, ew.
Right. Dara's the extrovert.
Yeah. No, it's weird.
Yeah, see, I'm rah-rah 100% of the time.
Somebody was asking me, I think I told you this, but I had a discussion with a system the other day and they were asking if it was similar and I'm starting to question it. I said no, but now I'm starting to question because Dara has become this whole separate thing.
Yeah. No, rah-rah is me all the time. Vanilla or kink. All right. I know what my answer's going to be this one, and then I can't wait to hear yours. So describe a scene that didn't go as planned, but still ended up being powerful, funny, or meaningful. This actually happened at Baltimore Playhouse with Naughty and Nice. We were doing an impact scene, as we often do. Now, our impact scenes are usually filled with laughter and silliness and joy. And this particular scene was the first time that in addition to the regular impact that we normally do, we added stomping. Like I would have her take breaks in between being on the cross and lay down on the floor, and I would stomp the shit out of her with my beautiful pink Doc Martens. And for the very first time, instead of us having the funny dialogue back and forth, she got very quiet. And I let her be quiet because it was obvious she was processing something. And for the first time when the scene ended, she cried. It was a very cathartic scene for her that she desperately needed. And that was not the plan. We were not planning a cathartic scene. We were not expecting her to cry. It just happened naturally. But it was so powerful because it gave her what she so desperately needed. And I felt special that I was able to do that for her, right? As a mama bear dominant, it is my job to take care of my people and to give them what they need. And this is what she needed, and I was able to do that for her. So it will always be a very special scene in my memory, even though I don't typically do cathartic crying scenes.
Well, I would have to say that my scene would have been the one, not at this past risque, but the one before it, where I did a whole huge thing on an episode about it. But when somebody came onto my table who was, I don't know if she was in the middle of a flare. Well, she has lupus and fibro, which are chronic pain conditions. And the electro, I don't know if it completely took it away, but it dimmed the pain in such a way. So it was a completely different scene than normal. I wasn't doing electro to cause pain. I was causing pain to take away pain. So it was very different. And listen, as a chronic pain sufferer myself, I am fully aware of what electricity can do. Rara is fully aware of what electricity can do now that she's been experiencing that as well. But it was different to do that in a public scene that was not planned. It was a really different feeling. I got all serious for a minute, but yeah, it was very different. Now, for a funny one, I got to dominate little once at risque. And so I was little, the person at my table was little. We were like, the littles were feeding off of each other. And my little is dominant. My little is a sadist. It was all coming out, and I made this poor girl sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star while zapping her in various places while she was on her hands and knees. And we were just seeing who would win, and I clearly won. But
Duh.
that was
That's a given. Was there a question?
was
I never lose either
well,
in
we
those
were betting.
games.
So she was bratting as well, and I was like, "All right, bet, let's go." And she lost very quickly. It was super fun, but that was the kind of thing that I was just like, okay, yeah, that was the first time I ever actually sadistically little dominated someone and had a game with it. It was great.
All right. What skill or practice do you feel most confident in now that you once found intimidating?
All these things are so obvious for me.
Okay.
Electro. Like, this is so funny. Okay, so I don't know that I found it intimidating so much as just intriguing as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
My very first time seeing this was porn, and I was just like, oh my God. Mostly, and it intrigued me, not the electricity itself, but the amount of noise that they were making, because let's not forget, electro is not my fetish. Electro is my kink because I'm good at it, and it feeds my fetish, which is people making noise. I have an intense audio fetish. So the noisier you are, the more I like it. And electro just happens to be the medium that I can get you to make as much fucking noise as possible. I've noticed a lot of people go quiet when they have rope. In Impact, a lot of people, they would yell or something, but a lot of them also, like, rah-rah internalizes it. So that doesn't get me anything. And, a bunch of other stuff. But for electro, I can tickle you and make you roll off a table, Felix. And
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody be quiet on your electro table.
I have. Yeah, there's several times during the course of a risque or some sort of demo thing, there's people that are laying there completely still and quiet, and I'm bored. I am bored. But when they wiggle and almost fall off the table, it's fantastic. But I think it's been, when did I go to that convention? That's the big part. I went to some steampunk convention in, I want to say, Cincinnati. And there was a guy there who was a professional dominant, and he had a wand, and I knew what it was from the porn. And he says, does anybody want to try it? And I practically stood on my chair saying, I want to try it. I want to try it. And now this was problematic because he did actually burn my arm. It was a mechanical. I know this now. I did not know what the fuck it was at the time, but it was a mechanical wand, and he had it up too high, and he actually burned my arm. But the thing is, I rubbed that burn and put my fingers on it and just sort of like, one of those things where it's like a fidget toy almost.
Yeah.
I just found myself touching the burn on my arm. It was a raised burn too.
It was like me with my buffalo flogger, and I just kept stroking
You're
it.
just petting it.
Just pet the flogger.
And it's just calming you down.
Yep.
That's where I was. I think, looking back on it now, I think I must have been spacing it, like going into subspace a little bit every time I was touching it, just from the memory. Or I was dropping. I don't know what it was, but I was really into it. And I think a couple of months after that, I went to LFMP and I got my first kit.
Ooh.
So it's been probably over 10 years at this point.
Okay. So for me, it's topping for needles. I never thought that I would be willing to top for needles. I'd been bottoming for at least 5-6 years by that point, but I never thought I would enjoy sticking a needle in somebody. And I've told the story, but in just in case, again, you guys are new to us. Naughty and Nice went to Naughty Noel, and we took a class on needle topping. And they gave me 5 needles, and I said, I don't need any more. And I thought that'd be more than enough. And Naughty and I said, no, I'll take 5 needles too. And I went, I don't think we're going to need them. She says, let's take them just in case. And I put the first needle through her, and I started jumping up and down like a little kid and clapping my hands going, oh my God, I did it. I loved it. I need to do another one. And I put them all through, and then I went, that's it. I'm hooked.
Hooked.
Hooked, haha. And now I'm like, I can't imagine not topping for needles. I top for it way more than I bottom anymore at this point. So, oh well. All right. What's a technique, toy, or style of play you thought you'd love but didn't? And how did you handle that discovery? Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to move my legs out of the way. Her arms are already crossed because she knows what I'm going to say. Electro.
Boo. Okay, well, right back at you.
You never tried
Impact.
Okay, you said it wasn't that bad. You just didn't love it.
No, well, you've said the same thing.
No, it's I here's the thing. The reason I do it at this point is because I know it's important to you and I know it's special to you and I like to make you happy. So we've come up with a compromise with Electro Impact, and I've literally bought her Electro Impact toys to use on me. Which is great because it's taught you
how to impact.
How to do impact. I've tried it.
Yeah, but which is also not great because I've had to spend a lot more money on getting Electro Impact toys now. Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
It's for me, I really need the pressure of an impact. I need more pain. Electro to me feels like, dare I say, spiders crawling up my arms or legs.
I've heard that.
Right? It's interesting. So I don't run into a lot of people who have the same thoughts about Electro that I do, but when I do run into them, they almost always have the exact same description.
They don't like the creepy, crawly, staticky feeling.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Which is wild. I mean, there's not a lot of us who feel this way, but when we feel this way.
Well, so like it's entirely dependent on skin type. You feeling something is going to be entirely different because we have different skin. I hate impact, but I don't think, I'm trying to decide, like, I dislike impact unless it's you doing the really, really light stuff on me, like, but you know me, you know what to do.
Right.
Mine is chronic pain based, but unlike other people in chronic pain, it doesn't fix my pain.
Right.
It does nothing.
Well, you're not a physical masochist.
Right.
So, yeah. So, I handled that discovery by figuring out how to work around it. I literally, because my thing is if I don't like something once, try it again, because maybe it just was that night that I didn't like it or that top that I didn't like it with. So Dara's the 4th Electro top that I've worked with. The last, but the 4th.
The eyebrow raising is out of control right now.
It's because it's the last. I haven't cheated on you, I promise.
Okay.
If I was going to cheat on you, it wouldn't be with Electro.
What would you cheat on me with?
I don't know. A stuffy? Something little related?
That was
that sounded wrong.
Really bad sounding.
Little related, but not Electro. I wouldn't do Electro with somebody else. All right, let's move on. How's that? What's something you've recently tried or revisited in your play that surprised you in a good way?
I have to think about that one. I don't actually know.
I recently got to bottom again for sutures that I hadn't done in a while. And the surprise was more that my memory was correct. that I do enjoy it. And that it's, especially right now where I haven't really been able to do impact. So trying to find other ways to get pain, the right kind of pain, I should say, because I got the other kind of pain, but finding the good pain. And so being able to just do it again and realize, yeah, I really do like this. So.
Probably the humiliation scene that went wrong. I was enjoying the fuck out of it while it was happening. And I haven't done a humiliation scene in a long time. Though the last one that I really remember was Daddy J, but it was also like a fear play scene. So that was part of it. It was Daddy J making me kneel back when I could and making me kiss the scorpion that he had encased in the resin or whatever. So I was terrified to do it. He was making me do it anyway, and it was humiliating just to be on my knees like that. And that was the last time I really remembered distinctly having a scene like that. And then I chose to do it for my birthday, and I was enjoying the ever-living fuck out of it right up until I passed out. That part, not fun.
Oops.
Oopsie daisy.
Made for a hell of a story.
oh my God, I'm never, ever, ever going to live it down. Like, what the fuck?
Nope.
It is kind of funny.
Well, now it is. It's always funny when you can remove yourself and time has passed.
Yeah, like literally almost a year later.
Like, can you laugh at the spider now that it's been, 30 minutes or so since it happened?
No.
Okay, maybe by the next episode you'll be able to laugh at
The next
it.
episode that we're doing in half an hour?
Yeah, because that's another half hour away.
Ah.
There you go. What's your relationship with vulnerability in kink, and how has it changed over time?
I don't fucking know.
So, I hate being vulnerable in public. I despise it. To me, that's not something I share with 99.9% of the people in the world. And it's actually something I'm trying to change because I used to think it was a superpower. Now I'm recognizing it's trauma related. So maybe not such a good thing. But it is really, really hard for me to show and share any sort of vulnerability in public. And since my kink is all in public, that is really hard. I don't know that I can say it's truly changed as much as I'm working on changing it, because I think it's important to share that vulnerability. And I really kind of started here with you guys. So thank you, or I'm sorry, all up to you, how you look at it.
Sorry to be.
Sorry to you. But yeah, that's for me.
I'm actually going to have to mirror that. The only time that I become vulnerable in public at this point is if I bottom, and that's once a year for our birthday party. Every single scene that I have planned has been me bottoming. I have never done a birthday scene. This is our third year doing it. I have not planned and executed a scene where I am topping for any of these. So I find that really interesting that I want to do new experiences for every birthday. And each one of those experiences is me bottoming, which is literally at this point once a year. So talk about being vulnerable in public. That I'm going to have to, say same.
Mm-hmm. All right. When have you felt the most seen in your dynamic or by your community, and what made that moment stand out?
These are getting hard.
Sorry.
I have no idea. I mean, the other day, somebody fangirled about me and was like, okay, so we were at the Littles Munch, and this dude says, like, hey, Dara, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Do you ever go to the Crucible? And I started laughing. And I was like, yeah, I do. And the people around me were also like kind of trying to hide their laughter because they knew. And this poor guy was like, wait, what did I say? And I was like, I demo at the Crucible. And he goes, oh, what do you demo? And I said, Electro. And he goes, has this look on his face like, do you know Noir? And I said, yes, I actually taught her Electro. He goes, oh my God, she taught me. Are you Electro Khaleesi? And he started fangirling and like almost like hyperventilating. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually get to meet you. Oh my God. And it was like, is this how it feels to be Rara?
Yeah.
It was weird. And I don't have this experience that often. Usually it's like, oh my God, it's Princess Rara. Who are you? That's normally what I get. Or, oh, you're the other one? Yeah.
But you also introduce yourself as the other one.
Well, now I do, because it's really funny. Because people are like, they said you're the other one enough times that I kind of like took that. And I was like, all right, hey, I'm the other one. Whatever. Because it's funny as shit. But this was like, this person was fangirling over me. And I was just like, oh my God, this is weird. And so I started calling him my Grand Sparky. Okay.
Grand Sparky?
Grand Sparky. At one point, it turned into Sparkle. I don't think he appreciated that.
That is sad, because Sparkle is cool.
Well, for you.
Yeah.
You like pink sparkly things. I don't think he does.
Shame.
But yeah, I called him my Grand Sparkle or Sparky. And he was just like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, because I taught the person who taught you. So you're my grandchild.
Yeah. So for me, it's not one big moment as much as a whole bunch of little moments. And it's anytime somebody reaches out to me to tell me about the difference that either the podcast or a social media post or a class I taught has made a positive difference in this world. It either helped them recognize a red flag, or it gave them the strength to stand up to somebody, or it gave them the strength to get past their fears and attend a munch or a class or a convention. All of those really stand out to me because it feeds my mama bear. It feeds my soul, my wanting to help people and take care of them. And that there's nothing more special than that for me, right? Like, to me, that, yay, people say, wow, look at you, you've put 300 needles in your body, whatever. That's great. That doesn't do it for me as much as this other stuff.
I like this next one.
Okay. Well, this one's going to be hard for me to answer, so I'll go first. How do you navigate guilt or shame when it comes up, even now with all your experience? I have zero guilt or shame about what I'm into or what I do. So I respect and understand that other people have it. I don't.
I used to have a lot, but again, my fuck farm is fallow and I don't have as much anymore. The only thing I have now is absolute sheer terror that my job is going to find out. They can't really do a whole lot. And I'm becoming more comfortable with it being an open secret. One of my actually a couple of my bosses know right now, depending on how high up the food chain you go in this situation, but I don't want it to really go past that. But I wouldn't call either one of those guilt or shame. More like just, I don't know what to call that. Not fear either, because
apprehension.
Yeah, it's a little more like that. Just because I know my rights in this situation, so what I basically say is, look, I don't do it in Virginia where it's illegal. I work in Virginia. I live in Virginia. I don't do this in Virginia. I do it in DC where it's legal. Bite me. So they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm mostly out to work. I mean, they know I'm involved in alternative lifestyles.
I've said that too.
And they know that I teach about alternative lifestyles, and nobody's asked any questions beyond that.
I had to explain to somebody the upside down pineapple because a coworker came in wearing an upside down, like a pineapple shirt, and the pineapples were all different ways.
They didn't know.
Oh, they knew.
Oh, okay, it was very intentional.
Somebody who saw it, who didn't know.
Okay,
and I had to explain. I was like, "Yeah, that person's in the lifestyle." Because me and the coworker knew. We have talked about it before. And so this person was just like, what? And I was like, yeah, duh. Like, there's all these little signs, like another, like Alejandro, the second I saw the nail polish, I was like, oh, you're my people. I knew exactly. And then it turns out he's like a bear daddy. And I was like, yep, I knew. I got the vibe. So, like, I've been very, very lucky in the fact that my job overlaps with kink a lot.
There's a lot of us out there.
Yeah. You just have to see. And I've actually become very, very good at recognizing people.
Your kinkdar is good?
Oh, my kinkdar is excellent. I think I fucked up maybe once.
Yeah. I don't have kinkdar. All right. What's one thing you wish newer kinksters knew, but that you had to learn the hard way?
See, and that's also, again, the whole abuse thing, the difference, that one, but I already said that. So I'm just going to go with, I wish new kinksters would know not to frenzy. Chill. You have plenty of time. Even if you're 50 and joining in just now and you've just discovered this, you can chill. It's okay. You don't have to experience everything all at once.
I wish newer kinksters understood that ultimately these are relationships and relationship rules are the same. So if it's something you would not accept in your vanilla relationship, don't fucking accept it in a kink relationship. Too often, and I get this a lot, young, newer, mostly female submissives are asking the question, my dom does this. Is this normal? Is this okay? And I'm like, okay, and if you weren't kinky and it wasn't your dom and it was your boyfriend, would you be okay with this? No. Then why the hell are you okay with it this way?
Seriously.
Right? It's not. So
it's all about consent, people.
And kinksters are no better at communicating or adhering to boundaries at a higher percentage than anybody else. I know everybody likes to believe we're better than vanillas. We're better at all of this. That'd be great if everybody was actually communicating and following boundaries and negotiating. But let's face it, there are some toxic assholes in the kink lifestyle. I've dated them.
And we've talked about them numerous
My
times.
fucking first 3 doms, which may also explain why I'm no longer pretending to be submissive.
Cosplaying. A submissive.
Yeah.
That was the right term.
So how do you approach mentoring or supporting others in the scene differently now than when you started?
Now they pay me for it. Seriously. That's the difference. I do classes now out of my house, and I teach them electrical stimulation massage for pain relief on themselves and others.
From a legal standpoint, I get that.
That's what it is.
There you go. I guess for me, I've become more understanding. I used to, when I first started like helping others, I really wanted to smack them upside the head and said, "Don't be an idiot. How do you not realize this?" I've gotten softer and more understanding. Still think it.
Soft?
I still think it probably, but I've been more patient and understanding that people are doing the best that they can, and that I understand this. You just want to be a part of this lifestyle so badly, and you just want. And again, this I tend to mentor submissives more than dominants for whatever reason. Probably because dominants don't like to get advice from a tiny, smiling, pink fairy.
I was going to say femme.
That too. But yeah, so a lot of submissives come to me for advice. And so I understand they just want a dominant, right? Like it sounds amazing and lovely, and they want to have this lifestyle so badly. And I get that now. I get that a lot more. And so that's probably been the biggest change.
I want to sing subs just want to have fun.
Oh, yes.
Oh, subs just want to have fun.
You
I
feel
had to
better?
take it down an octave.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you maintain authenticity in your kink identity when trends, platforms, or public expectations shift? Well, for me, what helps is that, as Dara had said earlier, my fuck field is fallow. No more fucks are growing. And
it's a finite fuck farm.
And I'm out of fucks. And the truth is I've grown very comfortable and confident that I am who I am. And if you don't like it, that's sort of not my problem. That's your problem. And I'm not going to change who I am because you have an issue with it. I will continue to be the sadist that smiles and giggles. I will continue to call out people for their stupidity. And when I say call out, I mean people who like go on TikTok or Instagram and make posts as if they are educators who know what the hell they're talking about.
Mm.
Though I am nicer now and I try not to call them out by name. Not always, but sometimes. So yeah.
Okay, so with my ADHD, which I've had since I was a child but became aware of as an adult, I sort of buck trends. I have that, what is it? Like, it used to be called oppositional defiance disorder, but like if I'm told what to do.
Always said you were odd.
Yeah.
Come on, how was I supposed to resist that?
That's actually not that far from the truth, though. That's true. So as soon as something becomes trendy, I don't want to do it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm like, nope, get that away from me. I will do something completely different. So this is not hard for me. I've never done the trendy thing.
Yeah, unless it's a TikTok trend, and then I'm just doing it to try to get...
Yeah, just to get the views.
Views.
And social media is trendy, and I don't social media.
It is.
In fact,
for somebody who describes themselves as a mental and emotional masochist, I'm surprised you don't do social media, because let me tell you, that will feed your mental masochism more than anything else.
That is a whole different ballgame that I am not subjecting myself to, but mostly it's because I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, I will tell you, if your mental health is not in a 100% good place, it would be very hard.
Right. And I've mentioned my job, and I can't really put myself out there as far as kink goes because I don't want to be found out, blah, blah, blah. I actually had to tell somebody to take a picture of me off of TikTok the other day. And it was a coworker, and they posted, and I happened to be in one of the pictures, and I said, I'm going to need you to remove that particular picture of me off of your new social media, whatever you're doing. And they were like, oh, I thought it was okay since it's already on Facebook. I'm so sorry. I really should have asked. I said, yeah, here's the thing. TikTok is where I have Dara. I don't have anything else on TikTok except Dara. So I don't want people to make that connection in any way, shape, or form. So I won't, if I have coworkers on TikToks that have an account or something, I won't like their videos. I won't friend them.
You should block them.
I won't
I
do
blocked
anything.
my nephew.
I mean, I don't mind viewing it if it shows up, but I won't interact with it in any way because I don't want anything having to do with it coming back to my Dara account.
Mm-hmm.
So I really should have like a different account.
I do have 2 different
But
TikToks.
I
Anybody
don't,
who's social
because it's
media,
too much effort.
anybody who's social medias knows you have multiple accounts because you need one to spy on all the people who blocked you.
I should, but I don't want to risk cross
Not
contamination.
that I'm saying that I would ever do that.
My fucking Facebook is already cross contaminated. I may actually have to delete my Dara account. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, Facebook, this is just something to consider because this happens all the time. I have discovered a lot of people's vanilla names that I never knew.
Right.
Because I go into Facebook and Facebook pops up as with their recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, all of my friends list from Dara is now being recommended, or no, I have people from my main account being recommended to my Dara account now because apparently Dara doesn't have that many friends. And I'm like, I did that fucking on purpose.
That is sad.
I don't.
I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah. But anyway, it's annoying. And I'm like, how do I turn this fucking shit off?
You can't. That's why I took my Facebook account and changed it, and it now says Princess Rara because as I said, I don't necessarily care, even though one of my bosses keeps getting recommended to me. Mm-hmm. But I've also got, even if I'm recommended to somebody, unless I accept their friendship, they can't see me. They can't see what I posted. So.
Yeah, I've got mine limited to friends only too.
All right, ready? Last question. And this one will be a very short answer for me and longer for you. What role does community play in your kink life now compared to when you started, and has that changed? I have been involved in community since day one. I went straight to, with Voldemort, he had, at the time it was a Kik server, and
God, I remember Kik.
Right?
Holy shit.
He threw parties, and so anytime I was involved in the Kik server, even though at the time I was across the country. And then when I moved here, I went straight to going to his parties.
And that's how Rara and I met.
Yep. And then from there, through him, I met somebody, through the Kik server, I met somebody who lived locally to me, very close to me, who was a DM at Baltimore Playhouse. And I would go up with him literally every single fucking Friday and Saturday, every weekend. Mm-hmm. Like we never missed because he was working a shift and I went along for the ride. So I've never not been in the community. I've never not been in public. So I can't say it. The only thing that's changed is I'm publicer.
Publicer? You separate that differently. You're licking a pub, which sounds disgusting. So, yeah, I can actually short tweet this one. Wildly different experience because for the first 10 years, I was not public at all, ever. And then I was in World of Warcraft, like you do. And I got involved in a community, like you do, on the role-playing server that was BDSM related. And I started taking classes with them, teaching classes with them. Turns out 2 of them were local to me and took me to my first dungeon. And then I never looked back. So I've been in the lifestyle officially now for about 23 years. And I've only been in what I would call the local scene for, let's say, 12 to 13 of them. So, yeah. Huge difference.
So, anyway, hopefully this gave you all a little more insight into our journey, into our views. And we will see y'all next week. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you enjoyed what you heard, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a minute of our fun and educational content. New episodes drop every Friday.
If you love what we do and want to help us keep creating, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast. You can also support our affiliates to benefit small businesses and us at the same time.
No extra cash? No problem. You can still help by spreading the word about your favorite kinky podcast. Share us with your friends, and don't forget to rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Those 5-star reviews mean the world to us, and those 5-star reviews go a long way in boosting our podcast through the algorithm and reaching more listeners.
Sign up for our Pink Kink Institute classes. Shop at our Etsy shop, Pink Kink Boutique. Stay connected with us on social media. You'll find all the links on our link tree posted in the show notes.
Your support means the world to us. So until next time, stay pink
and level up your kink knowledge.